One Wesco East Wildcat will be attending the university of his dreams for free. Aaron Duran is a senior at Wesco East High School and the recent recipient of the Gates Millennium Scholarship. Wesco East High School has had consecutive Millennium recipients for the last 3 years.
This scholarship, it opens up a whole realm of potential. Like, I can go anywhere for my grad. It's all paid for, basically, my PhD, and I don't have to worry about money.
The Bill and Melinda Gates Millennium Foundation selects 1,000 talented students from across the country each year to receive a Good Through Graduation scholarship to use at any university of their choice. Recipients of the scholarship will receive financial assistance for tuition, fees, books, and living expenses as they pursue their bachelor's, master, and even doctorate degrees.
I knew I wanted to at least try to get it because I already tried for other big scholarships, and I was like, why not? I might as well try again. I got nothing to lose, right? So I just went at it.
Students are asked to submit a 30-page application, including 7 essays. Aaron said he started the application process in October. He said even though writing 7 essays sounded like a challenge, he knew this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Aaron says he knew his essays had to stand out, so he wrote every one of them in a different style.
The prompts aren't always like specific. You can always be creative with them. So I went around, one of them I wrote it as a diary log, like, because I like to work out and that's one of my things that I like to do. So I would write like a log of my logbook, and I would say like this day and the day I started working out. And then I went over and I reflected and I put it back like in 3 months later and how I felt about the place. And I put down a lot of like leadership stuff and like how I became a tougher person throughout working out in the gym.
He believes his creativity helped him win the scholarship.
They asked me, tell us about something you really care about. So I ended up writing about Twinkies, and I know it's really out there, but it applied, right?
Recipients are also asked to choose a nominator and recommender to write essays about the students. The nominator is asked to evaluate the student's academic record. The recommender is asked to elaborate about the student's community service and leadership activities. Finding teachers to help Aaron apply for the scholarship wasn't hard.
Aaron is the most pleasant student to have in class. He's always engaged in the conversation, he's never distracted, and he's always probing not only the material that he's reading, literature in my case, not just me as the instructor wanting to know more, but also he pushes the students to be engaged.
So you guys can wait over here until it's your turn to come in.
English 4 teacher Wendy Ramos says Aaron made it clear at the beginning of the year that he would do all he can to further his education. Whether it was staying after school to perfect his work or applying for more than 50 scholarships, Aaron would make sure he paved his way to college. Ramos says the Gates Millennium Scholarship process is very time-consuming and a lot of work, but she had no doubt in her mind that the scholarship belonged to Aaron.
No. I wasn't surprised. We've been working on it since, I want to say like October or November. I helped him edit his essays. We worked together to make sure that all the deadlines were met. I was his recommender, so I knew that he had applied for the scholarship and did my essays online. We have to write essays too when we're recommenders. And so I wrote my essays and submitted. I received a notification from Gates that he was a finalist, so we knew that he was a finalist back in, I think it was probably February or March. We were thinking he was on the path. You don't count your chickens until they're hatched, but we were hoping for the best, and I wasn't really that surprised when he earned the scholarship because he deserves it.
Aaron says he's dedicated to his studies because of his parents. Growing up, Aaron says he saw the worries his parents carried. He can still hear his parents' lectures about the importance of school in the back of his mind.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've seen my mom and my dad sacrifice themselves a lot just to give us our education. And we've gone through a lot, and I know that everything they've done has been for us. So every time I look back at them and I see like they don't want me to be working, like my dad works in the oil refineries himself, and he wouldn't like me to be doing that. And I know that they just wanted me to go to school. So when I look back at it, I know I owe them at least that. But of course, over time, I found something I was passionate in. And now I know that I have to give back to them, and this is how I'm going to do it.
Aaron is looking for employment this summer.
Aaron's parents worked hard to make sure their children had everything they needed for school. His mother says she and her husband were biting their nails because they had no idea how they would pay for Aaron's college tuition. She says the scholarship is a blessing that couldn't have come at a better time.
Nos va a ayudar bastante porque tenemos otro hijo en el colegio, ¿verdad? Y pues iba a ser un poco difícil para nosotros, para dos hijos, ¿verdad? Y pues tan seguidos. O sea que nos va a ser de gran ayuda a mí y a mi esposo.
Holding back her tears, Aaron's mother couldn't find the exact words about how she felt. She says Aaron always exceeded her expectations. She knows, with the help of Wasaco ISD, she raised a man who will become an important asset to the world.
Es una muy buena escuela, sus maestros siempre lo han apoyado, las counselors, todos le han brindado su apoyo, ¿verdad? Todas las mamás quisiéramos que nuestros hijos, ¿verdad? Lograran algo en su vida y fueran importantes. O sea que uno como padre los motive a seguir adelante estudiando, ¿verdad? Que sean un hombre de provecho para la sociedad, ¿verdad?
Aaron Duran is an example of how 21st century learners will soon take on the world. Aaron will study chemical engineering at the University of Texas at Austin this fall. He says teachers at Wasaco East have already prepared him for classes he will take in Austin. He says he feels confident as he furthers his education at UT because he knows he's already ahead of the game. When asked if he had advice for his peers at Wasaco East, he said to take advantage of what the school offers, such as AP classes and the programs that will prepare students for life after high school. For those who plan to apply for the scholarship, Aaron says,
Find something you're really passionate about and pursue it. Pursue it thoroughly, and don't just do it, don't just try and delve into a lot of things and make yourself look very versatile. I think they appreciate more someone that's really been passionate about something and has done a lot in that field.
For KWES TV, I'm Heather Arevalo.